life shifts and pivots. And the reason why I labeled it that is because so many people are in the middle of a pivot, okay? And what that means is whatever is happening right now is something that you're not used to. It is definitely out of the norm, whether it's personal, professional, relational, relationship wise. Um, so many things that are happening, so many changes for people, including me. And I just want to talk about how we get through it, okay? How we get through those pivots and shifts. And I know I might look crazy with my little hair tie scarf on, but my hair is locked. So as you can see there, so I keep it like in a low manipulation. So that's another thing. So many women are changing their hair as they are approaching 50 or beyond, okay? And that is because we just are getting to a point to where we want freedom and we care more about that um, instead of sacrificing our time. I know for me as a Black woman, I spent many years worried about my hair. Now, granted, this is my third set of locks. I've been locked twice prior, but this is my third time, and I don't know if it'll be the last time because this set isn't really giving what I want. But I'm grateful to be able to have hair that grows coming out of my head. Uh, Part of it's genetics, and the other part is it's an inside job. What you give your body, you drink in the proper fluids, or you get in the right nutrition, all of those things, okay? But needless to say, I am also on a health journey right now, and I feel like I'm at the fight of my life, okay? So I'm in a race. In less than a year, I'll be 50, and I feel like I'm in a race to the finish line, which our health shouldn't be perceived as a destination. It is a journey because are we ever at the optimal health that we should be? We're always going to be, grinding out there. We're going to be doing something pertaining to our health to get us to whatever that next level of fitness is or whatever. Just to be able to, some people want to look good, some people want to feel good, some people want, everybody has a set goal level for their health. Okay, so there's that. But thank you all for watching. I see there's a few of you on. Please say hello and let me know where you're watching from. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. Say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm curious. But hi. Hi, Izzy. So, yes, I just came on. So, just talking about shifts and pivots. Hello. Hi, Grady. Talking about shifts and pivots. Thank you so much in life right now. So, as approaching 50, we're just sitting here thinking to ourselves, um, did I do the right things? And what can I do now to improve my finances, to improve my health, to improve my wealth and spiritual and emotional, all of the things. So every day I feel like I'm having a light bulb moment every single day. So it's not just one thing that happens. So yeah, so every day I feel like I'm getting old, and it's not necessarily a scary thing, but is something going on in your body. There's new things happening in your body, new pains or new discovery that you decide. I know I've got a head full of gray, and believe it or not, I have more gray on the edges, which is so weird because I refuse to color my hair. So we're gonna see how that goes. If I'm gonna stay in love with my hair as it is, without worried about the grays. But I call them silver wisdoms. So yeah, they came from me being wise, and I know all those chemicals and things they are gonna harm me at some point. So just trying to be more protective of my skin and all of those things. So, but yes, um, it's so weird that we get defined by what we do instead of who we are as humans. when you go somewhere, you try to size a person up. I don't, but people, normally try to size a person up. Oh, I wonder what they do. I wonder what their career is. And it's really so sad that we get caught up in that, as opposed to getting to know a person, not being concerned with what they do and how they make their money, how they support themselves, and whatnot, But I know sometimes I'm in traffic, and I'm guilty of this. I sit here and say, oh my God, it's the middle of the day, or it's everybody can't be a lunch break right now. Why is there so many cars out? You know, but everybody's on different schedules, and depending on where you live, I'm in Phoenix, so a lot of people here have to have cars, unless you are a person that does the ride shares, the Uber, the Lyft, the driverless Waymo cars, and all of that. You're going to have a car to get from point A to point B here. So there's that. And then, of course, having a car, is going to get you where you need to go a lot faster, rather than to be waiting on people, friends, family, and the ride shares. Logging into an app and then worrying about the safety factor of that. But then again, is people going to the store every day, weird things happening, gas stations and things like that. So I'm a firm believer that you also cannot live in fear as well. So, but yes, let me know where you're watching from. Say hello. Let me know. Drop a line. But I really just wanted to. I started this out as a lock channel, talking about locks and aging, and as a African American woman of color, how we can support each other in the lock journey, because a lot of people don't know where to start with their hair journey, and they are looking to get inspiration from the folks on YouTube, the folks online and whatnot. So that's where they get their inspiration. So yeah. But I was supposed to be going out with a friend tonight, and guys, the older you get, you're like, you go to bed at the time you used to go out. So I'm thinking like bedtime is coming up pretty soon. So I'm just thinking like, if we're leaving out at like 8, 9 o'clock, guess what? That's my bedtime, So I need to be winding down, not just getting cranked up, So I don't know about you, but that's how I feel. That's where I stand when it comes to getting out, running around. So yeah, there's that. But yeah. Well, I guess I'm going to go ahead. Thank you so much for those of you that are on. I just want to come on and say hello. Yes, I am happy to be here. I'm happy for those of you that did come on. For those of you all did like the live, I do appreciate that. I don't know where everybody's watching from, how it's coming up and showing up where you are, but I'm in Arizona. We've been having some strange weather here. We're in the monsoon season, where we get the winds, the high winds, the dirt, which is the sand, blows around the desert. Power lines are going to be coming down. Trees are down. So yesterday at the gym, I went in the gym. By the time I came out, a big tree had fallen down, and it was on the ground. And if you know anything about Arizona and trees and parking lots, I know for me personally, I always try to park under a tree or around a big bush or something like that, simply because it's a little bit of shade. When it's literally over 100, 110, 115 degrees everywhere you go, just in and out the stores every day, you want to be by something that's going to give you a little bit of shade. So, so there's that. So much for that in the monsoon season. So, so I don't know. But luckily, no one was harmed. It didn't fall onto a car or anything. It was just on the ground, and it looks like no one was hurt. But it literally came up from the root. And I worry about it because we have big palm trees in our yard. So I worry about the trees coming out of the ground, because sometimes you don't always get a warning where the tree like leans and weaks and gets weak and wobbles. Sometimes these trees, when they just start lifting up, they literally will just fall straight up out of the ground. So without warning. So there's that. But all right, everyone, I am grateful to you, grateful for you. And I hope everyone has a fantastic day, rest of the week, and all of those things. Be blessed.